find them. Thank you.
Yeah, so,
Not Jewish, but I'll tell you one thing. If you guys,
Like, what's your big problem with me?
I think you guys are bigots. I think you guys are narrow-minded bigots.
What makes me a bigot?
Narrow-minded. Bigotry means narrow-minded. Like you really.
So what of my beliefs that you know of makes me a bigot? I like Charlie.
I'm not
I
gonna
you guys.
I didn't know you were old. I
could be a super body, like Zoolander.
I'm old. These are the kids that really can't complain about, you know, the kids, look at you, can't be doing this, can't be doing that. You know, if you go about 5-10 more miles to the south, you realize there's people who really, really bad predicaments.
Yeah.
Being shot, kids, you know, I have to tell you that. So it's really hard to concentrate at school and academics and stuff. You get shot, you get killed in your head, your dad's being torn around, stuff gets knocked in. It's really ugly stuff going on.
And suppose they go.
The point is that not everyone.
Instagram is bad.
I know. That's one of them. Look at they got the drone up there. Look at
Less unfortunate.
Yeah, no,
And I'm one of those people because I shouldn't be here and I shouldn't be a businessman.
Oh yeah,
But the reason why I talk shit to you guys is because if I would have seen you guys in the street, especially like you guys, and I would have
It's not very nice.
I think you guys like need your ass with a little bit. Well, mostly
let him
like
finish
this.
talking, and then you go. Don't let her talk. You want to
See, my generation, how we weeded people out, we beat them up.
I mean, I had to talk back to you. Based on what you're saying, I have. Based on what you're saying, I have the right to. You right to that.
Would you?
Plastic. Plastic. I like that wine, man. The wine wood chip, bro. That's the wine. Yeah, it's the wine plastic, man. I chew on them so much, I had to change from the wood tip. You know, they'll break up if you hold them in your mouth and talk and shit, then they start getting soggy and break up. So I had to change. I hear you on that. I like a nice soak though. I don't know, man. I get the flavor off the wood tip. It's something great about it. I'm referring to the plastics.
One can, people beat up, so you're just like
Everyone's trying to tell you too. I can't smoke. No. It's my friends unless they
Hug Life, can you please post Dupertrooper's page? He's live.
look like someone who basically was self-made or Spain maybe a couple times as a kid. Because if you go on the south side of Chicago and you say shit, you always get your ass. You know he's watching it, so if you say something bad about it, you know
I think like the bully like this, it's like
Normally it would be like one right away, like, man, this motherfucker is this motherfucker is that, but you really can't. You're afraid of the repercussions. You're afraid of some, you know.
No, I'm like actually trying to think.
Well, I think your audience won't like if you say something terrible.
No, they understand. They understand.
I hope so.
What's the question? Name something bad about Trump.
He brought it up saying, I don't think a bunch of other things about Trump or
You can't come up with
and
something
I called him out on it.
that you don't like.
And he
I
can't
can
do it.
find shit about my sister's stepmom I don't like. You can find something about Trump.
I know.
You just don't want to say
Well,
it.
I'm
That's what
he's
you're
thinking of
saying.
it. He said a statement. Like sometimes maybe I think Trump maybe like says things the way he shouldn't. Like that doesn't sound super presidential.
Yes, I would agree with
But
that.
well, I think he does that for a reason because he knows that's marketing.
Yes, it's
So
just
it's like,
another
Yeah,
crowd.
you get people like you to get riled up and come out here and stuff like that.
See, you're riled up.
I'm not as riled up.
That's why you're.
I'm just a little
I'm your
passionate.
coach.
See,
That could kind of go both
when
ways.
we were kids, when me and this guy were kids, Trump was kind of like a playboy kind of pussy. Like he wasn't really, you know, he wasn't a powerful person. He was with Marlon Maples. Like he was basically a failure. Every time he failed at his casinos, he would be on current affairs in the '90s. And you know, I didn't hate him because he was with hot women, and you know, I didn't really care about that. I'm all for that. I really didn't hate him until he started going to New York, but he started, and then the burger shit. I didn't really appreciate that. But, you know, to me, it's just more of a it's kind of racist thing. You know, like I would, just like I was saying, you, I don't think you're born in this country. That's just gonna be right.
What's up, Red Shop? God bless you. How you doing?
I don't know. I'm just not an ignorant person, and I can try and help people out.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm an ignorant person.
I got a
You
question.
guys know each other or something, bro?
I'm a YouTuber, man. This guy's not. All these guys are here for Trump. This guy.
Why is it that
they're all
you
here for
yourself
Trump?
put so much
I
faith
ain't bullshit.
in?
So they're all gonna send shit to Trump.
History coming
This is an opportunity
So history in
to
itself is
Cam
proving
was
that
at
man
the White
are
House
weak
like 2
and
days
liars,
ago,
right?
Yeah.
To a good point. You're a free man, right? So why would you want to put your faith in public servants? There's no to violate people's rights and the consequences, right? Like, it might not happen to you, but it's been evidence to many other Americans throughout the whole country, right? The guns, take the guns first. Later, was it? That's one of Trump's business.
I don't agree with those.
So if you're gonna be honest and you're gonna be a good leader, you gotta be 100% true to what you
Well, I don't
do.
believe in red flags either, but there's motherfuckers shooting people.
And there's the thing is like, what's your name, bro? If you don't mind asking.
If we can arrest presidents,
So my whole thing is,
tomorrow morning, you'll be like, okay, all the criminals are done, no guns, no
when you
shit.
walk around
They
and
break
you read a
laws
simple
when
thing
they're
like this,
criminal. That's when you're arrested. If you're not psychic, you can't tell beforehand.
what's
Any more
happening
than
right now?
Chicago
Right.
gun laws and shit
The
like that,
court
voting
certainly
cards and everything like
have
that.
free
It's
man's
never really helped Chicago at all either.
No,
The more
They've
gun
been threatening
restrictions,
border
it
with Texas.
The more you get about it,
This
just
just
brought
brought
in more
more
conflict.
You guys are fair. I can't speak on things I don't know about.
Let's be honest, Trump hated when he characterized all the protests are pieces of shit. He hated it, and us not doing it.
Call it what it is, you know, I mean, he's divided us, he doesn't like us, and basically put a line between us, and so right now we're able to just talk and
If my phone dies, I've got 2 other people here live with me. Let me check the third.
And treat others like you want to be treated, right?
Yeah, I only have 2 people live with me, so if somebody could post Dupertrooper5-0 and Freeman Liberty 1 in case my live goes dead.
If there's no victim, there should be no crime, right? In a free society, common law. That's Magna Carta and the Bible.
Look, the man, the myth, the legend.
Under 28, there's a 28 U.S. Code 3002. The United States himself.
I just want to say whatever they say is not my thing.
Oh, no.
I believe in debate. I understand not like debater per se. I'll give you my opinion and maybe I'll ask you questions. That's what's up. And so like for instance, some girl here was shooting and she said, oh, you're live streamer? I was like, you're live. And she said, yeah, like, oh, cool, well, best of luck in what you're doing. And then she asked me, what you talking about? Yeah.
We're talking about me. You're talking about liberals and making fun of all of us.
I was having conversations.
Yeah, I heard you, bro. I watched it. This guy was talking shit all day. Yeah, he wants to cut it like you don't, but he talks shit.
It's not cut, it's live. There's no cutting it. It's been live for the past.
What's his name already got you, bro? Didn't Ricardo?
Listen, people cannot even have a conversation. You know what I mean?
Hey, this is an advantage so you can put your skills and your beliefs against theirs. Fuck that anger bullshit. Take advantage of the opportunity. Show him his weakness. Where is he wrong? Show him.
I'm just calling.
It's not a.
What did I start off
right
getting saying?
It's a privilege. I can't.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you start out proper argument.
It's
Like, bitch, should be
it's a sad reality.
that's not fucking real. That's not fucking serious.
But I go morality, God's law, the Bible, right? We're just passing through, and we're just passing through.
Hey, I'm not Democrat or Republican. I want to give an argument. He's not really giving any fucking argument.
If you're doing right and good,
I don't like either of them. I think
It's me, your responsibility, and God's responsibility to love everybody. But
both sides smoke out mirrors to make my friend here.
That's
the country.
This law that I just showed you.
These are my buddies.
What do you mean?
How many people are in the gulag in the United States over an arm? But it says he should not be. How many people, not just here, but throughout the whole country, are being
Dan Lemon definitely got his number.
You know that I sit down
Oh, yeah, the crime. Okay, so crime is when there's a victim.
why wasn't it bipartisan?
If I have an arm legally,
Why wasn't nobody out this deal? Why wasn't
right,
nobody
that's
out
why
this
you gotta get permission from a public servant. You get what I'm saying? So if you're a public servant, you're supposed to
Then
be on
laws
hold.
do come about.
So when you do this right here,
A lot of people got deported didn't break the law.
it just says a right is something nobody can take away, not even a public servant. That's what I'm trying to get at. A public servant is there to uphold.
Waiting to get
You know what I'm saying? It's like they try. They try to tell us that we need permission for public service in order to get a gun. But why? Like, why you gotta get permission from? If you're working for me, why would I gotta get permission from my employee? Get what I'm saying? Why? If you're the employer, say you're the employer, and you got a business, right? And I say, you know, I want to be your employee. Who shot him?
An ICE agent.
What was he doing?
What do you mean, no? Yes, they do. There's video and body cam footage. What did he do? He murdered a man in broad daylight for nothing. The guy did nothing. No, it's not wrong. Oh, we're supposed to stop when some guy in a mask pulls up to our car, right? As a woman, I'm told to not stop for that shit because that means somebody's gonna carjack me. So I'll fucking take off.
No.
Never had a gun. Guy never had a gun.
Shot him who just was scared because they didn't know who the hell it was. You believe like the police article, then yeah.
There's already body cam footage from the cops showing that there was no gun.
Tried to drive his
No,
car.
it already was disputed. There's already video.
Is that the one we covered up on yo, me and you? No, that was Nightcrawler was up there. I was at that shit.
No, he was fine. It even shows on the body cam that that officer was not drugged. That officer was not harmed in any fucking way. Of course it is, because it's in the cult. It's in the cult internet. It's in the cult internet. Yeah. Go look at the body cam footage because it disputes what you're reading right there.
Shows that ICE agent.
There you go. There you go.
Let me do this. truck driver who witnessed the event told local police that he saw the elegant Gonzalez car being cut off by agents before reversing, and that he did not see the driver drag. So there's witnesses saying that it says the man, 38-year-old cook from Mexico, had no criminal history. So there's a lot of different things in there, so like that, you know what I'm saying?
So the point is that they're just grabbing people, man. The federal agents, they don't have any laws. There's no boundaries. They're not cops.
They're enforcing the law because they grab illegals.
Well, I wish they'd enforce the law when CPD kills one of us who kills their own. You know, they just killed a woman a couple of weeks ago. Garcia. No. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm saying police officers are killing themselves. You guys don't say the same thing about that when they're breaking the law. Police officers kill themselves.
The video evidence of the witness accounts and everything like that definitely dispute it and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? To say that he didn't do that and that no shots were fired and he just backed up his car and shit like that and everything like that. So that's in the report. You're absolutely right. So.
Because the body cam footage was released shortly after to show that was not the case. That man was murdered in broad daylight for nothing. They were trying to say that he had huge traffic violations and that he was a danger to the community, and even that came out not to be true. The man didn't have very many traffic infractions. He was a hardworking father, dropping his kid off from school. He had to talk to a woman and tell her, and the woman almost broke down crying because their kids were in the same class. So that man was murdered in Franklin Park.
So it appears to something like that, there are probably tragedies and shit like that happen during these things that are definitely inaccurate and horrible. You know what I mean? Percentage-wise, for sure.
I'm sure the Nazis said the same thing. They're like, oh, it was really bad when someone like that.
If struck by lightning and you are that shot and killed by the police.
I've got my ass kicked like 5 or 6 times. I got my put in a hospital a couple of years ago.
You know how many times I've been tear gassed and shot with pepper balls?
Because you're out here, I was out riding the scooter. I didn't have to deserve to get my ass kicked by police.
When you breaking the law, when you got shot and tear gas.
Why don't you have a conversation with some kids a little further down in Cicero and tell them about you being shot with pepper bullets? Because they're being shot with real bullets.
What do you think of those?
No, they didn't
guys?
break the law when they shot Christianity.
If you were breaking no law, they must have broken the law.
No, because I was in a crowd of an unlawful assembly that was violent.
So you were breaking the law.
No, I wasn't. I'm a journalist.
Huh.
I don't understand.
I'm a reporter.
So they're allowed to shoot you even though you were breaking the law?
It's crowd control. So I'm in the crowd.
Were they left?
The law. I'm aware that I'm likely going to get hit.
I don't know. Maybe one of the cars of the ICE agents got destroyed and a tow truck's bringing it back here. I don't know.
Generally operate either in the mob or they can operate behind police lines. Behind police lines, to go get us what it is.
Where you get
Just so you know,
I
I don't believe in either side. I think both are equally fucked, and that their goal is to separate us as we should be coming together
Yeah, well, they
as Americans.
I think it's getting harder and harder when people are very stuck.
It should happen though. You know what I'm saying?
And basically,
And the only effort,
not
the
happening.
only effort is like that is just standing here right now, like we are doing right now,
Bro, I was
making it
you
happen.
10 years ago.
that's why I wear this.
I'm not there anymore.
Well, they didn't break my heart that bad. You know what I'm saying? The government, you know what they break my heart at? When I go to the grocery store and I fucking have to pay for food for my family, and I'm working 3 fucking jobs just to make sure my 16-year-old daughter and my wife, who's like in fucking college right now, trying to get
Preaching to a person who's having a hard enough time just being by themselves without backup.
See what I'm saying?
So
It's like we all suffer on that area. You know what I'm saying?
we
Everybody's
do,
equal.
but it makes it harder when something like this is happening and we have to watch injustice like that guy in Franklin Park. It shouldn't happen.
Those things are horrible and extreme at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
There was more recently last weekend, they went and raided an apartment building in Chicago and they took everybody out regardless of their status and zip tied them. And as a woman made a compliment or made a complaint about the kids that were zip tied together who were little kids just being dragged out of their home, the ICE agent turned and said, fuck those kids. Where's the compassion? Where's the compassion?
Fortunately, the government set them up for that failure. Where you know what I'm saying? It ain't their fault that they wanted to come over here to have a better country. And
No, but I mean, moral compasses are in all of us.
Oh, definitely. but both sides are fucked up. They let them come over here without giving them the support they really needed and not being prepared for that support. And then the right side of the government says, oh, now we're going to yank everybody out. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
So they're both.
when we
they're
have
both
Texas dropping buses off in sanctuary cities, of course we're going to turn around and help them.
But how can they control that though? Because there's so many people coming in. How can their society sustain over that? You have to disperse it out and say, hey, if you want these people to come in, you need to give them help in other areas.
They didn't give us a choice.
Nor did
Abbott dropped them off in different areas of the country,
Abbott had
and
no choice himself because they were.
Abbott had a choice.
So just keep them all there.
Abbott had a
So
choice.
just keep them all there, and him just state of Texas deal with that problem.
He's the border. That's his job.
He had no support from the federal government.
His federal government was Donald J. Trump at first.
No.
Oh,
Biden-
yes.
That explosion
Biden
happened
only
under
came
Biden. That explosion happened only under Biden.
because of what Trump did.
Yeah, I know there's some.
What did Trump do?
talking about.
Trump was the one who was telling them to bust them all over the country to do this. Because this was his plan all along.
Trump wasn't president when those.
No, but he was trying with his insurrection to stay president.
But they.
So he was still barking his orders like he has been without being.
But he has no authority over anybody. So
Doesn't mean he doesn't talk. Doesn't mean that he still doesn't have people in his
He
pocket.
has every right to talk and stuff like that, but the problem of getting it organized down there was on the presidency, which was on Joe Biden.
Everybody wants to blame everything on Biden. That was all Abbott. That was nothing to do
So
with
Abbott was allowing illegal immigrants to come over.
Abbott was importing them from Texas because he couldn't control his state.
Because he had no federal support from Biden.
Not at all.
And they were begging him. They were begging him to come.
No, they weren't. No, they weren't. No, they weren't.
Shit.
They were not.
They were not begging. They weren't begging President Biden to come
No,
help them.
in fact, the other side was always sitting there making fun of
There was
Kamala Harris not being by the border.
Thousands of hours of him asking.
Yeah.
Thousands of hours of him on the news asking for him to get help so they can help secure the border.
I mean, what's the other? Ted Cruz, when their people were in fucking peril, when they lost power because they got an impromptu snowstorm. He's on a flight to Mexico.
That has nothing to do with immigration.
That's the power that's over there, and you're telling me that they were begging for help, please.
They were definitely begging him for help.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Well, if that was the case then, and if he didn't have an illegal immigration problem, why would he feel the need to bust illegal immigrants to other states? Was he like physically out there telling those people, come across so I can bust you over to another state?
Nobody said he was.
So how are they coming over from
It's
there?
his state. He has to figure it out.
Through federal funding, through federal support. The border
Well,
is not a state problem.
If he
It's a
can't
federal
handle his
problem.
job, he shouldn't be in his job.
He's not there to control the border. That's a federal thing. That's not a state thing. That's a federal thing. So that's you know what I mean? He has no control, no power over the border.
Yeah.
And he had to go to court so he can get control over doing it.
Well, see, there you go. He went to court to try and solve the problem,
they
and
said
that's
no.
what I
And
mean.
they said no. And they said no, and they denied him. And then when he tried to put precautions in place, they yanked him out. So like the river crossings where they put patrol cars in there, they put fences up, they put barricades up, they court ordered them to take them all down. So
But he was supposed to build that wall, and I think
Trump was supposed to build that wall.
right, and I think the wall proved that nobody's going to be stopped by a wall. Because if all those insurrectionists could go into the Capitol and do the damage that they did, January 6th was disgusting.
I think it's like that if you have the right to protest outside the building, but the people that went into the building was definitely wrong. That's definitely a legal act. But anybody outside protesting out the building, like what everybody's doing here right now,
They were all there to do his biting.
have the right to protest.
They were all there to do his biting that day.
When you hear this idea
We never tried starting an insurrection. We never stormed the Capitol.
Well, no, you guys just started the whole entire Russiagate thing that was already disproven with false evidence.
You know what? At the end of the
That
day,
had nothing to do with me, man. I didn't do that.
at the end of the day,
That's a good
your
fact. I
arguments,
didn't do anything either.
the arguments at the end of the day is your president is a 34 or 35 count felon. Which is it?
Yes, and they have been talking.
He's on the Epstein
You
files.
say my president when I literally just told you that.
Well, you seem to be defending that side very hard.
I think that you don't want to open up to defending. You want to just only defend this side and not this side, not say that equally both of them are fucked up.
I think that you are just here, just like them, to agitate and to try and get content.
Or talk. And I'm not video recording. You're the one video recording.
Yeah, because I'm documenting
So you're
everything.
the one getting content. I'm
Yeah.
standing out here just talking.
I'm just a stupid Packer fan. Yep, go Pack Go. Go Pack Go.
There's no hate in conversation.
There's a ton of hate that's going on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, name call. There's no reason to name call. You know what I'm saying? No one thinks about you that way.
I'm getting old, man.
No one
so
thinks
I'm
about
getting,
you that
I'm
way.
getting
You
old.
know
I'm
what I'm
not like
saying?
that rocking chair, like those goddamn kids.
Yeah.
Like you guys are like hipsters to me.
You're just equally as important as I am.
I'm gonna use the old man. I'm gonna use that theory for a while. I'm gonna use that excuse.
Well, the rocket chair needs to be oak. Because otherwise we're going to support weight.
Every car gets a scowl until I establish where the
Yeah, I'm not with them, but I'm with them.
If he's
Look
not
at
with
that.
him, then you're with him, right?
Better catch up to your boys.
You're not with him, but you're with him.
Don't forget to stop by Nick Fuentes in Berwyn.
But he's not with him.
I like how all the talking
No, you were saying that you weren't with them, but yet you're with them. Go hang out with Nick in Berwyn. Go have fun.
Nick's too scared to be
Yeah, Nick Fuentes lives in Berwyn. They're all in that category.
You know what a Proud Boy, where that name comes from? I just recently learned this and I couldn't stop laughing for an hour. A Proud Boy is what they call a gelding, which is a castrated
That's Nick Fuentes.
a castrated horse.
No? What?
That's what he.
That's him?
That was Nick?
It's what they call a castrated horse. When they can't stud him anymore, they castrate him.
Worse than Charlie Kirk. Here, I'll show you. He's a
That was Nick Fuentes?
no. It
Oh.
wasn't him. He said he got blocked by him.
He was throwing it out like it was cool. Like it was cool.
I could have gave him his address, but I don't want to get put on a Fed list. Because that's what happened to the last girl. No, he's in
He
Berwyn.
looks like a 12-year-old.
Or his parents were
He grew up in LaGrange Park.
Legit
Yeah,
looks
and
like
then he was in Berlin.
a 12-year-old.
think he's in the Berwyn house.
He left because he was done.
A guy showed up at his door.
I watched.
Yeah. That was a lady.
Like arrested.
The last 2 hours on there relaxing about us, and then they're trying to talk to us. Like, let's just talk.
Okay.
All they're
That was
doing
like
is
the guy
talking
that
shit
walked
about us.
away. He's like, there's no talking to those people.
So the first thing I said to him was, "You're a little bitch." That's what started the conversation. So you know what?
Yeah.
I'm old and I can say you're a little bitch. I don't give a fuck.
I'm old.
I'm not kidding no more.
Timu,
You are a
Charlie.
little bitch.
Did you? I saw you on Don Lemon. I saw you off in the crowd. Don Lemon
yeah.
was walking around. Because I remember seeing you when we were first here and going, oh, we match on hair.
Yes.
We were standing by each other when I confronted the fucker the first time.
Yes.
So,
Did you talk to Donna?
He had a bright orange shirt on, right? He seen me too fucking underneath.
who?
Over that way.
Jay,
He went drifting?
yeah, I worry about my boy. He used to be safe out here, though, man. That is weird, man. Dude was stuck in his belief, man. He didn't give a fuck.